Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Ghost. It's very nice to meet you. I just wanted to share my journey into finding my new art style because the one I had before, it just didn't feel like me, and I've been playing around with different art styles here and there, but I haven't actually found one that suited me. So this is the first video of that series, I guess. Well, also the first video on this channel, so it's pretty exciting. I wish I had some confetti to celebrate, but I don't. So the confetti on the screen will do. Anyways, so how I'm starting this video is I'm using an app called VizRef, which is just a little app you can get on the App Store where you can make boards, image boards, image boards of pictures to use as reference. And so I just slid it right next to my Procreate to use as reference. So the images that I have on VizRef are, as you can see, art images from other creators, other artists. And one thing I'd really like to note about using inspiration and finding your own style is it's totally okay to, look at other artists and see what you like about their art. Tracing is a no-no, but using other artists as inspiration, it's not that bad. I mean, how else are you gonna learn? So I just have my favorite artists and art pieces over to the side to use as reference, as inspiration. Like, if someone uses a rounder face that I think is nice, maybe I'll use a rounder face as well in my art. Or maybe even the color palettes, the color schemes that you see, because sometimes an artist uses only 3 colors or 2 colors, and that's really neat. I have never been able to do that, but it's pretty neat. So I was just writing over to the side some things I would like in my style. So for instance, a rounder face or a longer neck, more realistic features. There for a while I was using very cutesy, really big eyes, very small chin, kind of a pointier chin as well, little tiny nose, and everything was kind of pushed down to the bottom of the face. But I realized I didn't really like that for myself. I think other people can pull it off really well, but it just wasn't for me, so I kind of like using a more realistic features, like having smaller eyes closer to what it looks like in real life, or having the proportions technically close to being correct. So some things you might distort, like having at one point, I'll show you in the video, I pick up a manga that I've been reading, a manga, I'm not sure how to say it, but I've been reading Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. And one thing I've really gotten from this manga is the square fingers, the square hands. It's not rounded like it normally is. A real finger is pretty round. So they stylize it, and I really, really like that. So I wanted to try to use that in my style as well, like maybe making the fingers a bit more square, having square nails, making things look a bit more sharp. So I was just going to possibly make the neck a little bit longer and make the ears not so big. I used to make the ears incredibly big, like they took up half of my character's face at one point. I used to draw a lot of elves for at one point. I used to draw a lot of elves. So of course the ears are going to be a little bit bigger and a little bit more pointy, but that's not what I'm going for in this new style. I definitely plan on drawing more elves. Of course, I wouldn't be me without elves, but I just won't be making the ear half the size of the face. So I guess one thing I've also learned over time is that your style doesn't have to be definite. As people, as artists, we're changing constantly. So of course your style is gonna also change. I mean, you'll progressively get better. I feel like every single artist could improve in some aspect, and there's no like ending to getting better at art. There's just going forward and doing what you do. Just keep doing it and see where you end up. Some people, this is probably going way off topic, but I really like Picasso. So if you look at Picasso's work, whenever he was younger, he had a very realistic, very I guess what they would call impressive back in the day, artworks, paintings. They looked very realistic, I guess is just the word I can use. They're very good. And over time, he started stylizing his characters, he started stylizing his people more. So his style progressively changed, and I hate it whenever people were like, why is Picasso's art famous? It looks terrible. It doesn't look terrible. It's so amazing. I appreciate all of Picasso's work. I could go on forever about it, but that's the thing though, is that, you know, that style that we know him as, you know, the boxy kind of can't really tell if it's a person style, came along after he went into adulthood, after he's lived his life for a bit. So I think we just as artists are continually changing and continually adapting our style to, you know, what we like, what we want. I think what you shouldn't try to do is try to be like someone else. Okay, so for instance, on Instagram, I started posting my art, maybe it was back in August of 2020. So I started posting my art then, and I was looking at bigger artists, like, okay, so what are they doing? What are they drawing that gets them this many followers? You know, what are they doing that I'm not doing? Granted, I only had my account since August, so silly me thinking that I had to be competitive with it. It's not. Art isn't competitive. It's not. So I was looking at different accounts that had like 100,000 followers, 20,000 followers, 600,000 followers, thinking like, okay, what are they doing? What can I do? And one thing I saw that was kind of like a common thing was drawing really, really pretty, soft, cute girls. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start drawing really pretty, cute, soft girls. Which, don't get me wrong, I really like drawing pretty women. But drawing cute little soft girls was not me. I like drawing a little bit more creepy things. And I tend to fall out of that pretty often, to be honest. I really like drawing demons, stuff with horns and tails and spooky things. I really, really like spooky things. And so for me to be drawing all of these cute, pretty women, with long hair and long eyelashes, soft features. It wasn't what I wanted to do. And so I started draw these in your style challenges, like joining them, thinking if I draw this, people will notice me. Like, people from these pages will notice me. Like, they'll post it on their story, and then I'll get more people coming to my page, which I'm just silly sometimes. So I actually took a hiatus back not that long ago to kind of rethink what I was doing, because I was miserable drawing that stuff. It didn't feel right. So that's kind of why I'm going on this little find my style journey, because I don't quite know what my style is yet. I know I want to have horns and tails and possibly red skin, but it's not the not typical, but it's not the pretty women. And nothing against those artists who draw that. That's what they enjoy drawing, and good for them. Like, they hone their craft and they really set their mind to it, and look at them, they're thriving. And I just want to be at that point where I'm thriving with my art, drawing what I want to draw, posting what I want to post, and creating what I want to create, so to say. So I guess what I'm trying to get at from this is, don't do what I did. Don't feel like you have to draw certain things in order for people to notice you. Once you start drawing what you want to draw and honing that, people who like that will naturally gravitate towards you, and all will be fine. All will be good. So now that rambling session thing is over, what do I talk about now? I realized that making videos is pretty difficult. I wanted to edit this on Premiere Pro and have a really professional setup and be really top notch. But I'm so bad with technology. It's terrible. My coworkers used to call me grandma for a good reason. I didn't know what TBH meant until recently. So, even though I say to be honest all the time, that's beside the point. Anyways, I really, really, really wanted my YouTube to be professional from the get-go, but it's really hard whenever I have this little sad excuse for a computer. I'm just kidding, my computer's doing great. It's doing its best. It might give me some troubles every now and then, but it's really trying its hardest out here. It's trying so hard, and I can admire that. I can really admire that. So I guess I should put down in the description what programs and what stuff I'm using, because I just got a new microphone and some showbox lights and something to hold my phone to video what I'm doing, and I'm so excited because it all seems to be turning out pretty well, other than the fact that I can't really run Premiere Pro. If anybody knows of any other editing program that's phenomenal, I've been using Inshot. Is it Inshot? Yeah, Inshot on my iPad, which is actually super simple and really easy to use, and I love it. So that's snazzy. So I'm using Audacity for the audio, and I have a Snowball Ice microphone that's super cute. It's a little sphere, and it seems to be doing phenomenal. I have a filter coming for it tomorrow, so by the time this video maybe is posted, I'll have it. So next time I make a video, it will probably sound better. Hopefully I don't quite know how all of this works yet, but we're hoping that I sound better. And also apparently I have a list, so just mind that. I didn't even know I had it until recently. My boyfriend pointed it out to me, and I felt super embarrassed because I never knew it was there. But it's just how I talk, so we're going with it. So I guess you may notice that I've been using Procreate. I may have mentioned it. I can't really express how amazing this app is, and it's only like $10. How I tried using Photoshop for the longest time, and I couldn't. And I tried using Clip Studio Paint and Paint Tool Sai and just all of these other programs, and then I got an iPad, and then I got Procreate, and I was like, all of my worries, they just floated away. Procreate is so amazing. I noticed I ramble too much. I just noticed that my video is 26-ish minutes long, and I will probably not fill all of that up with my voice. So y'all will have some nice peaceful music to listen to while I scribble all over the place and make some random dots here and there because my sleeve gets in the way. you enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy it, you know, you should like it and you should subscribe to me, because I'll be having more videos coming out. I'm planning on doing every Monday and Friday, so look forward to that. I will hopefully look more professional over time, but for my first YouTube video, I hope this suffices. So thank you for joining me, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day/night. And don't forget to take your medicine, drink plenty of water, do all of that good stuff. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!